Family Guy fans say The Simpsons is washed. Simpsons fans say Family Guy is dying. We pulled the actual numbers, the ratings, the streaming data, the money, the awards. One show is crushing the other. 5 rounds. Let's settle this once and for all. Before we break down the numbers, you need to understand how these two shows even got here. The Simpsons came first. Matt Groening created it. Premiered December 17, 1989. It started as a bunch of shorts on the Tracy Ullman Show before Fox turned it into a full series. The show follows Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie in the fictional town of Springfield. Sharp satire, social commentary, absurd humor. It basically wrote the rulebook for animated sitcoms. Family Guy showed up 10 years later. Seth MacFarlane created it. Debuted January 31st, 1999, also on Fox. This one follows Peter, Lois, Meg, Chris, Stewie, and Brian in Quahog, Rhode Island. You know it for the cutaway gags, the pop culture references, the jokes that make you go, they did not just say that. Here's where it gets interesting. Family Guy got canceled, not once, but twice. Fox pulled the plug after 3 seasons in 2002. Ratings weren't there. Show was dead. Done, finished. But then something wild happened. DVD sales went through the roof. Adult Swim started airing reruns and people couldn't get enough. So Fox brought it back in 2005. And when it came back swinging. Edgier humor, more controversial jokes. Family Guy positioned itself as the bolder alternative to The Simpsons' more established style. The Simpsons pioneered adult animation. Family Guy learned from it and tried to push even further. Now let's see what the numbers actually say about who's winning this war. Let's start with the basics. Who's actually watching these shows? The Simpsons has been on the air for 37 seasons, over 800 episodes. It's the longest-running scripted primetime series in American television history. That's not an opinion, that's a fact. The show got renewed through season 40, which means it'll keep going until at least 2028 to 2029. Family Guy has 23 seasons and around 430 episodes. Disney signed a mega deal to keep it going through season 27. So both shows have secured their futures for now. But here's the thing about longevity. More episodes doesn't always mean better health. Let's look at the actual viewership numbers over time. Back in 2000 to 2001, The Simpsons averaged 14.7 million viewers. Family Guy wasn't even on the air. It had been canceled. By 2005 to 2006, when Family Guy came back, The Simpsons averaged 9.1 million. Family Guy pulled 7.9 million. Close race. In 2010 to 2011, The Simpsons had 7.3 million. Family Guy had 7.1 million. Even closer. But here's the scary part. Some recent Family Guy episodes hit a 0.08 rating. Just 430,000 viewers. Those are scary lows, like really bad series lows. The Simpsons peaked higher. It's declining slower. Family Guy's numbers are dropping like a rock. Both shows lost over 50% of their audiences since the early 2010s. Cord cutting did a number on both of them, but Family Guy is taking the harder hit. Round 1 winner, The Simpsons. Higher historical peaks, slower decline, more stable audience. Now you might be thinking, ratings don't matter anymore. Everyone streams everything. Fair point. Round 2 is streaming dominance. And this is where things get interesting. This is where the game flips. In 2025, Family Guy ranked as the 7th most streamed series, 33.37 billion viewing minutes. Let that sink in. 33 billion. Seth MacFarlane's shows combined for over 60 billion streaming minutes across platforms. That's insane. Family Guy also held the 16th spot in online popularity. High engagement score of 21.49. That's driven mostly by memes and short clips that go viral constantly. The Simpsons? It generates about 58.9 times the average US demand. That's solid, but it doesn't crack the top streaming charts the way Family Guy does. Part of that comes down to episode count. The Simpsons has so many episodes that the total numbers get spread thin. People don't binge 800 episodes the same way they binge 430. Here's something wild. File sharing data showed Family Guy attracting 49.7 million P2P users over 5 years. The Simpsons, 38.2 million. More people were illegally downloading Family Guy than The Simpsons. That tells you something about which show has the more passionate fan base. Younger demographics lean hard toward Family Guy. The edgier humor connects with Gen Z in a way that The Simpsons' classic style doesn't always hit. TikTok is full of Family Guy clips. The cutaway framework works perfectly for short-form content. The Simpsons has steadier demand during off-seasons. It doesn't spike the way Family Guy does, but it also doesn't crash as hard when nothing new is coming out. Round 2 winner, Family Guy. Streaming dominance. Youth appeal, viral content machine. Score check. Simpsons won, Family Guy won. We're tied. But streaming alone can't save a show. Round 3 is quality and critical reception. And the critics, they have some strong opinions. Ask any Simpsons fan, and they'll tell you about the golden era. Seasons 3 through 8. Those episodes averaged an 8.3 on IMDb. Sharp satire, deep characters, jokes that still hold up decades later. But everyone also admits the quality dropped after season 9 or 10. Recent seasons average around 6.5 to 6.8. Critics say the plots got formulaic. The edge disappeared. Family Guy got positive reviews in its first 7 seasons for pushing boundaries, but post-season 12, same complaints started showing up. Too many cutaways, too much shock value without substance. Recent seasons average around 7 to 7.5 on IMDb. Rotten Tomatoes gives The Simpsons an 85% critic score. Family Guy sits at 64%. That's a significant gap. Some recent takes argue Family Guy feels fresher and more unpredictable today. A 2026 Medium piece said Family Guy narrowly wins in present-day relevance. But when you look at overall scores across the entire run of both shows, The Simpsons edges out at 8.7 aggregate versus Family Guy's 8.2. Both shows get criticized for aging voice casts, topical humor that dates poorly. When you make jokes about what's happening right now, those jokes stop being funny in 5 years. That's a problem both shows share. The legacy critics still put The Simpsons on a pedestal. Vulture called it untouchable when discussing classic animation. Family Guy doesn't get that same respect, even when it wins individual comparisons. Round 3 winner, The Simpsons. Better reviews, higher aggregate scores, critical legacy. Score check. Simpsons 2, Family Guy 1. The Simpsons is pulling ahead, but round 4 is awards and recognition, and you might be surprised how lopsided this one is. The Simpsons has over 35 primetime Emmy wins. 10 of those are for Outstanding Animated Program. The show has been nominated dozens of times across multiple decades. It's not just successful, it's an institution. Family Guy has 9 Emmy wins. Most of those came from voice acting and music categories. But here's something worth noting. In 2009, Family Guy got nominated for Outstanding Comedy Series. That was historic. First animated show to get that nomination since The Flintstones. That says something about its breakthrough in mainstream recognition. The Annie Awards tell a similar story. The Simpsons has 34 wins. Family Guy has 8. Family Guy picked up some People's Choice Awards for Favorite Animated TV Show. But in terms of pure critical validation through awards, The Simpsons dominates. Completely. Family Guy has actually made fun of this gap in its own episodes. The writers know they're playing catch-up. They've turned it into jokes. But jokes don't change the numbers. Round 4 winner, The Simpsons. It's not even close. 35 Emmys versus 9. Landslide victory. Score check, Simpsons 3, Family Guy 1. The Simpsons is dominating, but round 5 is financial success. And this is where we follow the money. This round could decide everything. This round, it's not even close. The Simpsons has generated $4.6 billion in lifetime merchandise revenue. Toys, clothes, video games, that yellow family is everywhere. At its peak around 2008, the show was pulling in at $750 million a year, just from merchandise. Family Guy's merchandise numbers sit around $400 million total. That's not bad, but it's a fraction of what The Simpsons brings in. Licensing deals show the same gap. The Simpsons has over 400 licensing partners worldwide. Division revenue hit $2.4 billion in some years. Family Guy earns somewhere between $200 and $400 million annually from all its deals combined. Creator net worth reflects this too. Matt Groening is worth around $600 million. Seth MacFarlane is worth about $400 million. Both men got rich from their creations, but The Simpsons built a bigger fortune. Studio profit per episode favors The Simpsons as well. Both shows cost a few million per episode to produce, but The Simpsons syndication deals have generated billions over the years. Family Guy's syndication numbers are solid, but nowhere near that level. Round 5 winner, The Simpsons. Merchandise, billions, licensing empire, financial dominance. Let's tally this up. The Simpsons wins ratings war, higher historical peaks, slower decline. The Simpsons wins quality metrics, better reviews, higher aggregate scores. The Simpsons wins awards, 35 Emmys versus 9, landslide. And The Simpsons wins financial success, $4.6 billion in merchandise versus $400 million. Family Guy wins streaming dominance, but that's it. 1 round out of 5. So, which show is actually dying? The data points to Family Guy facing steeper challenges. Its ratings have hit what people are calling egregious new lows. Episodes pulling a 0.08 rating? That signals a real danger. Even with Disney owning the show, online forums talk about how Family Guy's popularity peaked in the late 2000s. And it's been sliding ever since. Seth MacFarlane has gotten less involved over the years. He's busy with other projects, and you can feel that reduced attention in the newer episodes. The Simpsons definitely has quality issues. Critics have been complaining about decline for over 15 years. Some fans say the show died after season 20. But the renewals keep coming. The demand stays steady. A second Simpsons movie got announced. The show has a resilience that Family Guy doesn't seem to have. Neither show is getting canceled tomorrow. Syndication money keeps both of them profitable, but if you had to bet on which one ends first, the smart money says Family Guy. Its broadcast numbers are eroding faster. Its reliance on streaming makes it more vulnerable to changing platform economics. And without Seth MacFarlane's full attention, the creative engine is running on fumes. The Simpsons will outlast Family Guy. That's what the numbers say. The Simpsons built something foundational. It changed television. Family Guy built something entertaining. But entertainment without foundation doesn't last forever. Both shows gave us incredible moments. Both shows made us laugh. But only one of them will be standing when the dust settles. If you want to see more breakdowns like this, smash that subscribe button. We've got plenty more content coming your way. And let us know, which show do you think is going to last in the end? See you next time.